What's up? Welcome to the Mango Bay News Network. Our first story. Afrikaners are now refugees from South Africa.
I've always been a supporter of refugees coming here, right?
Big
It's
win.
a very interesting turn of events where Trump is like, hey, we're going to turn off the refugee pipeline, but what we're going to do is actually import some pretty intense historical racists here. You know, like we're going to import more white supremacists.
Do you think their goodie bag has some Klan hoodies like in it? Like, welcome to America. Here's your free Klan hoodie. Dude, it's 59 of the best racists.
I know. These are like the Navy SEALs of racism that they're reporting.
We got to bring in the best of the best. It's like in a movie, like, where are we going to find those guys? And they cut to like 59 white Afrikaners. These are, okay, listen. They stopped all the Afghan refugees. I think they stopped that part. They're like, no more Afghans.
Yeah.
We're done. Enough pulao. Enough raisin rice.
Enough pulao.
We're done. Please, enough carrots in the rice. Enough. But let's get in some Dutch cuisine in here. Let's get in some...
Dude, bro, like, why
some
couldn't they...
strudels.
Look, the question is, why couldn't they just go to Holland? Like, that's
Right,
where they came from.
right.
That's the language they still speak.
Yeah.
Right? Mixed in with some clicks, I guess, because it's South African. We're like, dude,
whatever.
whatever.
Afrikaans is basically the newest language on Earth.
Yeah.
And what it means is that it's not a new language. It's just Dutch.
It's just Dutch.
With a couple N-words sprinkled in.
Yeah, with a couple of N-words sprinkled in, some clicks, you know. Like...
Afrikaans. South Africa, if you don't know, was undergoing apartheid for many, many years. It was the most
Listen,
evil.
hold on. If you guys don't know what in South Africa was, just go away. We don't need you here, okay?
Very evil. Also, and when Nelson Mandela, got the power back, all the economic power still stayed with the whites. A lot of it.
Yeah.
That was one of his main issues, that he just kind of kept the power in the same area. So these guys are like rich, like they, they're just sweaty now. They're just like sweaty white people that are now
We
here.
are South America for the Nazis during World War II,
yeah.
right? Well, that's where these guys are all coming now. You know what I mean?
Next is going to be, Trump is like, we're going to get a lot of these oppressed Austrian physicists in here. A lot of those famous and best mental asylum directors.
I don't know. I saw the video of them. They were like all like hanging out. They were like waving the American flags and stuff, and they were all so sunburned. And I'm like, this is the test. This is the true citizenship test for anybody who wants to be a citizen anywhere. Is you have to be able to stand outside for 3 hours, completely unadulterated. And look, if you can just stand outside in that place, like, fine. Hey, a Somalian in Norway?
Boom.
Okay, same thing.
Let's go.
Right? South Africa, Dutch people in South Africa, if you can't be outside for more than an hour without turning into a lobster...
There needs to be like a tough mudder for citizenship. I mean, forget who's the first president. It's like, can you do the country's physical activities?
Yes.
Can you walk in Arizona for 5 minutes?
Exactly.
Can you do that?
Can you just be one with the climate?
You know what I'm saying? Can you have one fast food burger without dying?
Right.
That's an American thing, right? Like, do some things that are... Afrikaans people like, why do y'all wouldn't want to come here? Well, what was really the issue?
That's the thing.
Y'all were doing fine out there.
I think there's specifically important because, like, listen, not only do we need to curb the brown people coming in, it's like we actually need to actively promote the number of white supremacists who are here. And these are guys, they really are the Delta Force, Navy SEAL, white berets
Bro,
of racism.
They're bringing people in for like tutelage, like, hey, it's like a Big Brother program. Like, hey, listen,
It is. It's like
you're
an,
gonna be paired
an exchange program
with someone who likes black people. By the end of it, he should be hating them pretty hard. He should be shitting on sinners by the end of it. Hopefully.
Hey, listen, that's your bag, okay, buddy.
But I mean, what is hilarious, kind of pretty thinly veiled. Like, Trump is just like, yeah, we're doing this. It's kind of hilarious, how unadulteratedly unashamed he is. Like, we're getting some white dudes here.
I mean, the question, though, is, like, why couldn't they just go back to Holland? Why wouldn't they want to go to Holland?
I mean, it just seems like it's a specific, I think they got paid a lot of money, maybe.
I think maybe they're getting paid. They're getting, subsidized.
I think they're low-key getting some money to come here because I feel like they don't even want to be here, really.
I think they all have money, though.
Right. These are farmers, though, right, of some sort? Right?
Afrikaans.
Farmers.
We had to get away from the blacks.
No, listen, I'm not saying that South Africa is a really chill place either. I've been there. And, you see, type in South Africa, carjackings, and you'll see some crazy shit.
Yeah,
it's not an easy place. I'm not saying it's like paradise for everybody. But you don't have to come to America. Again, Europe is right there.
You can go to Holland.
Holland's right there.
That's where you're from.
They were saying things, too, like, hey, stop bringing Afghans here. put them in Syria or something because they know the culture a little bit better. Okay, in that case, right there, Holland's right there.
Holland is right. That's where they're from. The
wow,
fuck was that?
Oh, what are you watching, huh?
I don't know.
A little dangerous.
Damn.
Sounds like your phone's got its own politics, bro.
Yeah, it really does.
Wait, so I mean, are they? You know, one of they also get to choose where they're going. You know that, right? So the refugees got to choose where they're going. One of them was like
Detroit,
straight up Harlem. One guy was like Birmingham, Alabama, straight up, and they put him there. You know, the birthplace of all things bad in terms of race.
Yeah,
Birmingham, Alabama.
They were flying Confederate flags. That's what they were waving. Jesus Christ.
Trying to go to Charlottesville and, you know, there's only one job. But what job do you want? Cop or cop? What do you want to be? What do you want to be?
They're going to be farmers, dude.
Farmer cops?
They're going to grow races.
Homegrown. And that's that for the Mango Blitz.